This is my second book critique by Susie Rosowski. My first book that I have is Officer Buckle and Gloria. It is written by Peggy Rathman. It was published in 1995. The genre is a picture book. The awards are the Caldecott Medal, and its reading level is 1st through 4th grade. This was one of my favorite books to read as a kid. It was about an officer, Buckle, who goes around to different schools and talks about safety to all the kids, but the kids seem to not listen to him until he brings his dog Gloria, and Gloria does a bunch of tricks for the kids, and this grasps their attention and makes them pay attention to what Officer Buckle is talking about. The second book I have is The Polar Express. It is written by Chris Van Allsburg. It was published in 1985. Its genre is a picture book. The awards were the Caldecott Medal and reading level 1st to 2nd grade. This is also a classic story for kids. It's about a boy who is trying to listen out for Santa on Christmas Eve, and a train called the Polar Express arrives at his front door. He gets on the train to find all these other kids on it too, and they are headed to the North Pole to see Santa Claus. At the end of the story, the boy gets to meet Santa, and he finally hears the Christmas bells, which makes him believe. The third book I have is Strega Nona. This was one of my favorite books as well as a kid. It's about a witch who makes pasta, and one day her helper caused the pasta pot to overflow, and it made so much pasta that it almost buried their whole town. It's a really cute and creative book for kids to read. This was written by Tomie dePaola. It was published in 1975. The genre is just a children's picture book. The awards are the Caldecott Medal and reading level kindergarten through 6th grade. The fourth book I have is The Lightning Thief. This book is not so much for early childhood. It's geared towards middle school kids, but I wanted to broaden my horizon a little bit with this critique because it's a really good book for 4th to 6th graders. It will get their imagination going because there's so much detail and so many fiction events happening. The boy named Percy Jackson finds out he's the son of a Greek god, and he needs to stop a feud from happening in their town and save his mother from a god. He goes through all this stuff that not only our minds can imagine, and this book will get the kids thinking outside the box to things that they could never imagine. It is written by Rick Riordan. It was published in 2005. The genre is fantasy. The awards are the New York Times bestseller, and its reading level ranges from 4th to 6th grade. My final book I have is There Was an Old Lady Who Swallowed a Fly. This was written by Sims Tabak. It was published in 1997. The genre is poetry. The awards are the Caldecott Medal and reading level kindergarten through 2nd grade. This book is about a lady who swallowed a fly and several other animals. Each animal eats the other inside of her stomach, so she tries to swallow more animals to catch the previous animal. And this is just a fun book for kids to read because it's silly and different. And this is also my featured book, so my 2 lesson plans are a Kahoot lesson plan. The content area is science, and the objective for this is students will be able to identify characteristics of animals and the sounds that they make. Students will choose one animal from the book and research their sound and their characteristics and all about that animal. Then they will get with a partner that has a different animal so they can compare and contrast the 2 animals and learn all about different animals from the book. And then after that, we will do a Kahoot game that I've created. So the kids will get on here, and then which animal has 8 legs. So after doing the research, the kids are able to understand what that would be: a spider, 8 legs. So then the kids can just go ahead and go through all those questions from the book that I will ask, and they'll be able to answer them knowing that they've done their research. And the second lesson I have is a comic strip lesson. This content area is for English language arts. The objective is that the students will understand and get a grasp on creative writing. The students will choose 3 animals of their choice from the story. They will create a comic strip and show themselves swallowing the animals just like the old lady did. They can express their reactions in the comics as well. This will introduce creative writing to the students. So I created one, just a little one. So she just a girl watering her plants in the first comic, and then the second one she swallows a cat and she's just kind of sitting there. The third one she's swallowed a bird too, and she says, "My tummy feels funny." And her reaction is, "Oh well, it must not be anything. I'll go back to watering my plants." So the kids can get really creative with that and decide how they want their reaction to be, and this introduces creative writing to them. And that is all.